I'm any new province, and I just finished up the league with mono red land destruction. Pillage was actually pretty sweet. I think that the 12th copy of a 3-mana non-symmetrical land destruction spell might push mono red land destruction into the realm of at least playable, but maybe not competitive. I'm just here to remind you, you can like the video or subscribe to the channel down below. I'd seriously appreciate it. It's a great way to let me know you're enjoying everything, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. You can blow up lands in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamp in the description down below. Thanks so much, guys. Enjoy the league. Oh, we're gonna start like this, eh? This deck does not mulligan well, but we can't keep this. 2 land destruction spells is fine, but we don't have time. We have to start hitting land destruction spells right away, and keeping 1 land is pretty much suicide. All right, this isn't that bad. This could be worse. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Try to top deck a 3-mana land destruction spell, and also just use a mountain. Because now we can Sandstone Needle, and then when they play their land, we can Rite of Flame into Icefall your land. And then if we draw another land, we can just Averax and start trying to win the game. They're gonna probe us. Alright. Let's see if this is like Tribe or something. They're probably like, what are you doing here? Get out of my league, I'm playing a real deck. The spice must flow, opponent. The spice must absolutely flow. I'm kind of wishing we had some gut shots in the sideboard, now that I'm rethinking things. But I'm glad to have the Pyroblasts. This is almost definitely Tribe. Yeah. Cantrip. Ponder is an awesome spell. Yeah, that's true. They only have 4 planes in their deck. Or do they run 2? You love land destruction? Well, you've come to the right place. Let's Rite a Flame, get a couple mana, get a couple more mana, blow up your land, and we'll pass. No days from our opponent. That's a good sign. They only have 2. Ooh, okay. So I imagine they won't be running their planes into any danger, but they're also going to give us a second to set up here. If they have a minute to like Tireless Tribe something, then we're in bad shape. All right, so we are going to have to take a turn off blowing up their lands. That really sucks. Thank you so much, he was in the water. Simian Spirit Guide does. And what better way to make our monkey boy proud than to blow up lands with him? And there's an SSG, not going to do anything this turn. We don't want to cast him. So I'm going to pass, and next turn we'll play Averax and start beating down. I love land destruction because I'm a sick, twisted person. I wouldn't even say that like this is what I wanted to do ideally, like as another Masters 25 deck, but I really do think it's worth exploring. Like back in the day, you can look up some Magic the Gathering strat decks where they were playing decks, or they were playing against mono red land destruction and playing with mono red land destruction very frequently. So I think maybe it's not real, but I thought it was worth revisiting. So we're gonna get another Averax, and we're gonna start attacking. So we'll see if our opponent wants to block. We don't have any edicts, so I imagine whenever they can soak up damage, they will. I wonder if they have like Vapor Snags and Snaps and stuff. I'm not super familiar with this deck. Yep. They're going to Brainstorm, 9 cards in hand. Sack Evolving Wilds for White Source. Let's hope we find some land destruction. Tootswit. Blow up that White Source. Plus, a lot of the best decks in the format right now are slower mid-range decks like Boros Monarch, Izzet Delver, and Dimir Control. So land destruction is pretty good against them on turn 1, turn 2. Yeah, I think that's why Mono Black showed as well as it did. This really sucks that we just missed another land destruction spell. Hello, Silva Eli. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. We are trying to blow up lands here. Things have been better. We're on the like play Averax and try to kill them plan right now, but I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna Faithless Loot, see if we can't find us a land destruction spell. We can't find us a land destruction spell in the least. So I'm gonna pitch Spirit Guide, and maybe I shouldn't pitch Spirit Guide. I probably don't want to pitch. Yeah, I think I might actually pitch the creatures. That way we have a way back up to 5 mana at some point. We can pump our Avarax, and we can play future Avaraxes, so we might just be dead next turn. Maybe we should keep digging. Maybe we should keep digging. Pitch land, Spirit Guide. Play a land. Play Neonate. This will let us get back Icefall as well. So we'll do it like that, and we'll go to combat and attack. So I almost think maybe I should have pitched the Faithless Looting to Neonate while I was getting back Icefall. So now that we don't have, now we wouldn't have to pitch Avarax, but we kind of have to do it. Yeah. So we are going to do that at the end of their turn. Depending on what goes on here. I guess if they just play a tribe out, it doesn't really matter. They're going to probe us, sure. So that's it. Sometimes you play the land destruction deck, you get unlucky. It's just how it goes. Yep. Augur away. Find a Brainstorm. Pretty good with Evolving Wilds. Evolving Wilds is going to have a saving grace. It was going to be using it with Brainstorm. All right, so we get back a land destruction spell. We find another land destruction spell. Rite of Flame? Rite of Flame. Sandstone Needle. It's not super bad, but I kind of want to hold it to just pitch it to our flashed back Faithless Looting. So I'm going to go to combat. Get in. And if they can not kill us next turn, I guess they can play a big butt tribe, and we're looking pretty bad then. They are going to block. Okay. Sure. So I'm going to hold this Sandstone Needle, and we will blow up your planes. Maybe I shouldn't, though, because we could cast 2 land destruction spells next turn. Maybe that's relevant. And I guess we could try to flashback this Firebolt on something as well. So I think I actually am going to play out a land here. And pass the turn. See if they have a tribe. Well, no, they're going to go get their white mana. I assume they have the combo and protection in hand. I would imagine. Maybe not. Maybe not. They're doing some digging. I would not guess they don't have Circular Logic in hand. So, no, okay. Just play a raw tribe here. And let me kill it. Or something. Ah, dang. No, they're digging. Digging. Crushing their white mana seems great. Yeah, is this their only other white source? Right here? Is this what we're going to do? We're just going to blow up their other white mana and win? Our turn. Stone Rain. So let's... Actually, let's go to combat first. And I assume they've got a Gush in hand. Like, considering all these spells they've seen, they've almost definitely got a Gush. And we will just Stone Rain this. And we won. Sweet. All right, guys. Best deck in the format, huh? All right, so we're going to have to sideboard in Pyroblasts. Firebolts don't do a whole lot here. Dead and Gone is actually okay because we can bounce their tribe. So we'll bring in Pyroblasts and Dead and Gones. I don't know if we want all of our Pyroblasts. Our Relics are probably okay here too. So let's take out, we took out our Firebolts. We can probably take out 1 Simian Spirit Guide, take out a Neonate and an Icefall, and possibly even go down a Faithless Looting. We're a little lighter on the graveyard synergies. And now we should just be able to hate them straight out of the game. Keep blowing up that white mana. Definitely only 2 planes. 2 planes confirmed. I might run 3 Pyroblasts to force stuff through, or maybe less Relics. I guess Relics aren't actually that relevant in this matchup. I would almost rather just keep in the Icefall instead, or even like Faithless Looting, or Simian Spirit Guide. What do you guys think? Is Relic good against this deck? It's good against Circular Logic, but they really only have to have one card in their graveyard to be good against us because we're always tapping out. So I don't think Relic is actually that important. Blowing up their first land drop, probably pretty good. They have a lot of cantrips and they have Gush, so... I don't think this is actually a good matchup. I think if we blow up... I don't think this deck has... It's kind of medium here. Yeah, I think so too. It's good against Circular Logic, but that is it. And in that sense, like, we're tapping out every turn, so Circular Logic will always be good against us. Relic, like it's like a Pyroblast, essentially. So I think I'm going to submit. Yeah, let's hope this is a good matchup. All right, we can blow up their first land. I'll keep. Let's see what they want to do. Oh man, they just run out the raw plains. Wow, okay. Or against Bizarro, any new province. This deck's best matchups are against Bizarro, any new province playing Bizarro Jank. Yeah, I don't know if we want to blow this up. Because if we do, they just win. Or they can just win, I guess. Well, I guess they can't just win. We can hold up Pyroblast for when that happens. So we might as well give it our best shot. Because I don't think they can counter anything here. So Rite of Flame, blow up your plains. Big ol' mull to 5 here. But I'd hate playing versus it. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would. There goes all of our spells. They're going to probe us, see that we just have a Pyroblast and a Sandstone Needle. See what they're going to play now. Evolving Wild's pretty good. Or Terramorphic Expanse, also pretty good. Yeah, well, we're just going to Sandstone Needle and pass the turn. They know about it. We'll see what they want to do. 5 cards in their hand. They will fetch. Blue source. They know this can counter Inside Out, right? Mm-hmm. Gonna get in for 1, most likely. Yep. Oh. Well. Cool. Do they have multiple Inside Outs, I wonder? They probably just wanted to get that Pyroblast out of our hand. Okay, there's a blocker. That's not the worst. So I'm going to play Neonate and play a Mountain. We don't have our good Neonate card in the bin. So they're going to have to Shadow Rift here. And if they when they Shadow Rift, we will sack our Neonate, looking for more land destruction. I don't know if we want to sack it now, looking for more. You put them off 2 lands, that's okay. But I think having a blocker is good enough. Probably have a higher chance finding land destruction than we do another Pyroblast, but it is what it is. They're not going to do anything about it. Okay. Hey, Izzy EXE. How you doing tonight? Welcome. There's a Stone Rain. Pretty sweet. So I guess we'll try to Stone Rain. I don't really want to tap this Sandstone Needle if I don't have to. So we'll try to Stone Rain. See how they feel about that. Circular Logic, Counterspell. Straight up Counterspell. Gosh, sure. Opponent putting themselves down to 1 land, obliging us. Gush is pretty good against us. Gush, Resolve, Tireless Tribe. Pretty good against us. Yep. No Inside Out for our opponent. 8 cards in hand. No attacks. Cool. They pitch a Tribe to hand size. Probably feeling pretty good. We find a Pyroblast. That's good. Encounter the next. But they could have counter backup as well. Encounter the next Inside Out. So I think we're still just going to pass here. I don't know if you guys realize, but this is probably a better draw go deck than what we're playing. But I'm going to try to play it smart. That game 1 was pretty convincing, but they resolved the Tribe. That's trouble right there. You're going to Ponder, yep. It's okay to counter their cantrips in this matchup, but we're dead to Shadow Rift, so I don't think we can be too greedy with our counter spells. I think we've just got to let this play itself out. All right, what do we draw? Tormenting Voice. All right, well, that's a good enough reason to be pitching this Sandstone Needle. So let's do that. Well, then. Shall we try to put them down to one land when they obviously have a circular logic? I don't think so. I don't think they're going out of their way to hit land drops here, and I'd just rather leave up the counter magic for Inside Out. Yeah. Okay. They are successfully hitting their land drops. They're going to probe us. Yeah, sure. Sweet hand, huh, opponent? They know we can counter Inside Out circular logic. We did get a little bit lucky. Drawing all of our sideboard cards. Good thing they haven't seen Dead and Gone yet. So let's see what this is. I'll let Shadow Rift go. No, they're just going to probe. All right. And Ponder. Yep. They're going to be spending a lot of time trying to get one of these Pyroblasts out of our hand, or assembling their own hand of like 2 circular logics or 2 Inside Outs or something. So we will start trying to pick away at this mana, because they either defend their mana or they keep their circular logics. We're okay depleting that while we leave ourselves with a bit of backup. So they're going to let a land go. That's good for us. We'll pass. Oh man, when we finally get to a world when we can start attacking with this Insolent Neonate, what a world that would be. Opponent still making land drops. Yep. You have that many cantrips, it's a bit hard not to. And no attacks. Sure. Dead and Gone. All right, so we will pillage again. See what they want to do. All good. Brainstorm away. Blows up a land. What's this? Spell Pierce. Yeah. That's cool. No tax. Feeling kind of okay here. Not super okay, but kind of okay. I don't think we should counter the Shadow Rift if that's what they want to do. Yeah, I will counter that. Absolutely will counter a Gush. So now they either have to cast the Inside Out on their main phase, or... Yeah, okay. So I guess we try to counter... No, that's okay. Switch target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Draw a card. Yeah, now we can't counter the Shadow Rift, but I guess they can't have Shadow Rift either if they counter this, so we will counter Inside Out. They'll circular logic. No, they're going to dispel. Okay. Now they get to make their land drop, and do they have it? Do they have Shadow Rift? Ugh. All right. So it gets unblockable. They pitch their whole hand, and we die. Right? No reason to go digging, showing them this Dead and Gone. So let's just scoop it up. Well, that was it. Don't get greedy and counter Gushes, I guess. Okay, so I like that sideboard plan. I'm going to stick to it, and we'll run it back. Oh, that would have been pretty good for us if we would have stuck that Gush. This is a bad hand. Rite of Flame 3, 4. We can't even like cast an early Spirit Guide, so I'm gonna mulligan. Yeah, this is worse, but it has a Pyroblast, so I will keep it. hoping to find some frickin' land destruction. Well, there's a lot of land destruction in this deck. We can't really mulligan lower than this. Bottom and Avarax. Gladly bottom and Avarax. We're going to play a Neonate as our only 1 mana cantrip, and we're going to pitch this Avarax. I believe so. It's a weird interaction, and one that I honestly probably haven't spent enough attention, like memorizing or studying at all. So this is a bad opener. That's kind of the biggest downfall of this deck, right? Yeah, because rules are strange. What's up, Scrap Servant? Brainstorms, sure. But yeah, you can't, this deck, and I think this is the biggest failure of mono red land destruction over or under mono black, I guess, if we're being specific, is because it can't get back that card advantage. Like, its creatures can't trip. I have to discard a card to get this Insolent Neonate to do anything, and I'm like stuck on lands now. Whereas if I had, like, you know, Dusk Legion Zealot instead of this Tormenting Voice, or Dark Ritual instead of this Rite of Flame, like, we'd probably be in much better shape. So we'll discard this, pitch Avarax, draw a mountain. That's good news. Draw land destruction. Mountain. Womp womp. Okay, so we will Tormenting Voice away a Rite of Flame. Draw 2 more Pyroblasts. All right, gang, we sure aren't countering the Gush this time, are we? So I think they're recognizing we're stuck on mana, and I don't know if they want to be running out a tribe here. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Yeah, can I go get white mana? No, just more blue mana. Okay. And Ponders. And Ponders. Sandstone Needle. Pretty bad draw. Let's just run out Sandstone Needle. We could hit a 4 mana land destruction spell next turn, and I sure want to be able to cast it if we do. So we'll do that. Hey, Scrap Servant. Recently been watching through your content on YouTube. Just bought into the format and papers. Seeing brewing in the format is nice to see. Thanks, man. I'm doing my best. I think that's the cool thing about Pauper is new cards in general in any format are kind of great brewing prompts. And luckily in Pauper, getting the staples and the good cards you need isn't super difficult, so you can kind of, you know, you can just assemble fun, cantrippy, weird decks for a very little and very easily. They're not always competitive, mind you. But that's what, and you can test new cards too. I find there isn't just swaths of professionals out there ruling whether cards are good or not. We can just kind of sit back on our haunches and our opponent did not see the Stone Rain. So did he blow up this island? Probably not. You could take him off white mana. And we can't counter their tribe with this. So actually, that's probably just not a good strategy. Because if they crack this and go get... People are interested in the format, but it hasn't been completely exported yet. Cards are bad until they're not. I agree. Think about the jank that was the Amulet Titan deck. And those are like my favorite pros, you know? Like those are some of my favorite kind of Magic celebrities, or people like Sam Black and you know, those guys. I can't remember anyone else's names because I'm, you know, Tom Ross plays cool decks. Saffron Olive plays cool decks. There's tons of people out there playing cool decks. Conley Woods plays cool decks. Michael Jacob occasionally plays really cool decks. I think Michael Jacob is a spike, though. How good is Augur for them here? What could they find? We're not that afraid of Spell Pierce, so you may have your Augur. We just gotta find land destruction right now. Right now. Get probe, yep. Ah, bummer. Faithful Looting. I sure don't want to pitch any of these pyroblasts. But blowing up a white source, pretty good here. Let's see what happens. Okay. So let's go like this. Go like this. Blow this up. And they gotta kill us next turn, or we should be in okay shape to turn the corner a bit. And we'll pass. We can't fight any of our land destruction through counterspells, so that kind of sucks, but I wonder if they just raw draw the planes. What would that be like for them? I'm trying to think of some other players that I really enjoy. I always like Dan and Rob that did Pauper MTG. They had fun decks. Man, our opponent is hot on these white sources. Getting them. Evolving Wilds is really good against our deck, too. Yep. Getting in with Augur. They're setting themselves up to be able to fight through 2 Pyroblasts, and they're going to have a lot of time to do that. So we're just going to keep taking them as far off lands as we can. So if they want to gush here, they can. That'll put them off blue mana to defend their tribe, or to defend a white mana if they go for it. No, I guess it doesn't. They'll have 1 white mana, so they'll still have Circular Logic up. But we're doing everything we can. Not sacking Evolving Wilds. That is interesting. We're gonna probe us. Yeah, still 2 Pyroblasts. Another island. Gush. Inside Outs, an Augur, getting real aggressive. They're on the LSV strategy now. Yep. Find a Neonate, play a Neonate, and we'll pass. It blocks Tribe, which is surprisingly relevant when you've got 2 Pyroblasts in hand. So we're going to take 2. We will start attacking as well, because we have hasty 5-drops. Is this Ninja? No way. Oh, they're just going to Inside Out. Okay, sure. 2 Inside Outs left in our opponent's deck. We're not finding any of our cards that are good against that, but we're sure not going to kill these tribes. We're sure not going to kill these Augurs. All right, so let's Faithful Salute. I'm going to Spell Pierce Faithful Saluting, sure. No problem. I think where we have loot effects, we probably don't need to hold up red mana here, so I'll just go to attacks and get in. We're 15, pretty good. Who are your guys' favorite deck builders in like Magic the Gathering? Who do you guys look up to for janky stuff? Opponent gonna cast a million cantrips. Not paying life for the probe. Wise. Wise. They forgot about our hasty 5-drops for a second. We're at 9. It's hard to know what they're representing when I was seeing Spell Pierces and stuff. Like, Gushes. Okay. Deluxe. Deluxe has cool decks, man. For real. I like cool decks a lot. I like being able to look at something and be like, yeah, that's sweet. I can see exactly what the idea was behind that. It's also awesome that, oh man, we do not need to continue to draw lands, deck. If there was ever a time for like just straight up a a hasty 3/3, it would be right now. So let's see what all our opponent's about to do. Yep. Additional blue manas. Because we land a 3/3. If we even find a Simian Spirit Guide to hardcast, we're fine. We just gotta get in the way of these Augurs. We don't want to kill them with Pyroblast, though I will. Wow, deck. You're doing it. Okay, 1 damage a turn is not going to win us this game. So let's draw a card. Rite of Flame. Beautiful. Okay, pass. See if our opponent goes, or our opponent goes low on mana at any point here. Yeah, they're gonna go get their white source. And they probably have just 100 counters to protect it now. There's Tribe. Is this going to be the first Hasty Tribe? First ever Hasty Tribe? So we can force through Rite of Flame, but then we can't deal with these. Or we can force through a land destruction spell on white, probably, but we can't deal with their Tribe after that. So we're probably just dead. Yeah, like even just Inside Out is enough here. But I guess there's no point not trying. So we'll Rite of Flame, get 3 mana, try to blow up your white source, I guess. Yep, they're down all of their white sources. And they don't even care. I think we're dead, guys. Last turn. It's a high variance deck. That's what you get. Sometimes you draw land destruction at exactly the right time, but we don't have a Monarch. Do you guys have any ideas of how I could make the... Well, we gotta fight over it, so... Of how I could make the card advantage in mono red better. Do you guys have favorite mono red land destruction spells? Or sorry, mono red card advantage spells? And we will target Inside Out with our Pyroblast. And do they have another Circular Logic? They have Dispel. All right, that's it. Good games. Well played, Tribe. Okay, so... Yeah, the upside isn't high enough. We would have to find mana sources for the next 2 turns, at least, to make this any good. We could hit a looting spell just to pitch these Avaraks. I mean, what do you guys think? Not good enough? Not good enough? Too sweet to not try it? Too sweet to not try it. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see if the Seth strategy works. Of just going for it, even though you probably don't have it. Oh, Boggles too. Probably a really bad matchup. All right. Land go. Tilt. Come on, deck. We get 2 looks. Oh, we're dead. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of beat in this, though. I mean, what if we did blow up their lands? Is it possible to get Mirror Servitor value in mono red? Yeah, maybe. Do we even show them what we're doing here? Or do they already know? Once you can get 4 mana. Guys, like, I think we're dead. I can't even really pitch any of these cards without them knowing what we're playing. So next turn we go to 10. Where were you guys? Welcome back. It's been a while. I think we right-click concede as well. Yeah, because we can't even pitch to hand size. We hit it too. We hit it. We were gonna be able to blow up a land. Oh, this is gonna be a bad matchup. Okay, so bring in a couple rats. Go down Firebolts. Probably go down Icefall. Oh, that was so bad. Pillage. Probably not the card that's going to make mono red land destruction work. This is also the difference between Rite of Flame and Dark Ritual. Although 1 Rancor was probably good enough there. That's another issue with red, is that we have 8 slots dedicated to acceleration that aren't lands, and mono black only has 4. Because there's no way to hit 3 red mana on turn 1 with just red cards. Yeah, I don't... Brutal. Okay, so what do we even bring? We keep Icefall, I guess? Okay, we can blow up their first land drop and every land drop after that. So this is like kind of our nut draw. Hey, Chaos Painter, what's up? You ready? You ready to watch why slow uninteractive decks aren't very good in the Pauper format? We're going all in and not in a good way. No turn one boggle. No boggle one time. No turn one land. Monkey beats. Nah, they did it. They got there. Hello, Sapro Savant. Welcome. Welcome. You see the sandstone needle. They're thinking. They're thinking. Unfortunately for us, their deck is also like any cards you would bring in against burn, also pretty good against our deck. So I'm going to Stone Rain here for what that's worth. Maybe I play Simian Spirit. Nah. Stone Rain you. Pass the turn. No land. No land. Sketchy keep no land. Ah, dang it. They got us. Brutal. But I guess it's good that it's a tap land. At the very least. We just gotta keep drawing lands and land destruction spells. Eventually we can get this Simian Spirit Guide down. Start getting in. Okay. Things starting to look a little sketchy here, team. Molten Rain, your Thornwood falls. Deal you some damage, pass the turn. Opponent just so hot on the lands. Now we're taking 3 a turn, which is good, which is very good. Subsequent land drops for our opponent, pretty decent. Play land. Pillage your forest. Yeah, that's pretty spicy. We'll see what they're on. We'll see what they're on. Maybe we do stand a chance. Maybe our opponent will continue to... Oh no, okay, they're out of lands, guys. There's a chance. However small it is. Simian Spirit Guide. Actually, we could just play Neonate to block it. I suppose. And then, yeah. No, it has Trample for what that's worth, but we might need the mana someday. And we kind of want our Spirit Guide to close out this game. To start swinging in. So let's not trade our Spirit Guide. Let's go with Neonate. And I might not even be taking a turn off to cast this Molten Rain next turn. So I actually think I'm going to Rite of Flame and cast this Spirit Guide. Pass the turn. Got him through removal. No lands. No lands. Yes. Let's do it. We have stabilized. Play a land. Go to combat. Attack with Neonate. We're going to play lands until we have 5 mana. I think this might be blue-green boggles, but we'll never know because our opponent is going to miss their land drops for the rest of the game. Ideally. Dang it! What blue aura could they have here that's good? That's pretty good. That's very good, actually. Frig. Foiled again. God dang it, Boggles. Well, it's not even there yet. It's not even time for that. With the one aura that could be good? Never lucky. We're racing Boggles now, guys. This is where we are. Racing Boggles. Desperately trying. We could draw Electrickery, I guess. We have Electrickeries and our Wraths, so we could draw those. And that would take care of this pesky Bogle. The dream has been foiled. We're at 7. Rite of Flame does actual 0 things here. I'm gonna start digging, so I'm gonna attack, and then we're gonna sack Neonate, pitching Rite of Flame. Gosh darn it. I thought about doing that pre-combat because we might have. All right, well, that takes care of this guy right now. What if they have another guy and then we lose our spirit guide? It's terrible value, but we're dead if we don't. So I have 7 cards in my graveyard, right? Okay. Sandstorm. Digga digga da. Da digga digga da. Digga 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 da da. Da digga digga da. Da digga digga da. I might just have another Bogle. And at that point, we only have our Electricity to save us if they can't just suit it up right away. Digga 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 da da. Sick. Okay. Is it our turn? Come on. Now we're just going to draw a bunch of land destruction, look like dummies. Monkey beats. Monkey beats. Okay, we gotta fade a Boggle 6 times. Red of Flame does nothing. Oh, this is a bad plan, guys. Hashtag bad plan. Has anyone in the chat ever won with Monkey Beats? I feel like the winning with Monkey Beats are usually epic stories and not part of the... This is spicy, man. And not part of the main plan very often, but... Does anyone have... Apes Loose? This guy heard about Harambe, and he is not happy. They just have to resolve a Boggle, and we lose. Like, I think they just need a land, and that's pretty much GG's. Avarax. Ugh. Okay, well, I'm still gonna hold these lands. There's a day where that's relevant. Or maybe I should start playing, and I'm gonna play 1 land. Because like we could draw into a bunch of Faithless Lootings and stuff, but pumping Avarax could be a way to win. I borrowed a mono red Prison Legacy deck once and won with Monkey Beats, but that's about it. Yeah, that sounds like a Monkey Beats deck. There goes Orinarlid, there's Neonate. We just turned the clock up, gang. We just turned it up. All right, pass the turn. This can still get in past a Boggle too, for when that's relevant. Yeah, we did it. We got one off Boggles. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them once every time. We're at 50%. We're at 50% win rate here now. No, we're not. Dang it. All right, knowing that this is blue Boggles, like counter spells and stuff, I think a couple of Hydroblasts probably warranted. But over what? What's a blowout? If they counter, if we like tap out for Avarax and they counter it, and then this is a terrible matchup. I don't even know what I'm talking about. What's a blowout? Playing a deck like this. Yeah, we definitely don't need that Firebolt. Get that out of there. I don't know what else comes out. We're definitely not taking a Spirit Guide out after that. I don't know. I don't think we'll need that many Avaraxes to win. Hopefully we don't need that many Avaraxes to win. We're doing it, guys. Here we go. We can blow up their turn 1 land. We gotta put a lot of resources down. Yeah, I'll keep. I wonder if they have a turn 1 Boggle. Don't. No turn 1 Boggle. Also losing out on Armadillo Cloak. Yeah, I think that's the big loss there. I think that's probably the biggest consideration. And Ethereal Armor. Ethereal Armor is a very good card. I'm gonna blow up their land because that's what I'm here to do. So we gotta spend a lot of resources to do it. But we're blowing it up. What if they don't have another one, right? What if they don't have another one? So I'm just gonna do it. Live fast. It is. Pillage is the possibly Pauper playable card to be tested tonight. And we're pushing it to the limit, gang. We're getting beat by Boggles so far. Molten Rain. Okay, well that's good next turn. Electricity is also probably a lot better against this deck. I haven't seen anything except Ancestral Mask to pump toughness. So if we just find an Electricity, like that's, yeah, like Electricity on this board? Hello? We only have 1. I guess Sandstorm is also pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna cast our 4 mana LD spells while we have 4 mana to cast them. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. I know. I need that Electrickery. Or a Simian Spirit Guide to start blocking these boys. Because it's gonna get pretty messy here in a sec. What is this? I guess irrelevant is what it is, mostly. Alright, well, we're just gonna keep blowing up their lands. Icefall. Your... green mana? I believe. Alright, guys, we gotta hit mana now or we lose. It's not... Oh, they have Counterspell up now. No, boo! Boo! Hit the forest. Mask is the easiest way to lose. Absolutely. I wonder if they have Counterspell in hand. I guess we're about to find out. Maybe. If we're lucky, we're about to find out. Dang it, Avarax! Nobody asked you to be here. Counter this. I guess Forest Ancestral Mask would be really bad. Hey, no-go Ronan J. Welcome. Alright, guys, Electrickery off the top. Win the game. It's that easy. Hit that G. Hit it. Boggles, gotta be a pretty bad matchup, though. And once again, kind of seeing the downfall of red and the lack of card advantage. I mean, I probably didn't build it in the most ideal way, but I feel like I came close. And we're just dead. Super dead. Unless this is like... Yeah. I mean, could we be drawing bad? Yeah, maybe. We're probably drawing pretty bad, but... Because we didn't hit almost any of our mana. We have, like, our deck is over half mana. Electrickery. Dang it. We're dead. Night, Boggles. Alright. Let's see if we can't get a match win here. Yeah, sure. We can blow up their first land drop, so... Snap that off. We really don't have any way to get them, like next level them, by trying to show them that we're playing a different deck or something. Alright, let's see this. Let's see this. What do you got? I almost F6'd. Does F2 work? Or sorry, does F6 work again yet? Does anybody... Or F2... F6, yeah. Does it... Are we back to F6ing yet? I just never changed it. See what the opponent's got. Basic mountain. Interesting. It's a pretty basic mountain as well. Okay, well, we have to draw some lands here. I really don't want to be... Let's go to attacks with a Neonate. Let's see if they'll appoint a removal spell at our instant Neonate before we blow up their land. Because, like, I don't know. And Stone Rain you. Get got. Spirit Guide. Coming in. Coming in handy. They are going to bolt their Spirit Guide. I probably shouldn't have F6'd. Whoopsie. There's another land. Okay. Sure. Land. Aw, oh, dang it. Okay, let's play Neonate. And I think... Yeah, I think we sack right away. Because we could draw into, like, Rite of Flame or something. I guess Rite of Flame doesn't matter. Oh, where were you? If I wouldn't have F6'd, we would have had it. So I messed up there. I think they had a good read on us. Alright, 2 mana. Keldone Marauders, sure. Glad those are going to go away very shortly. I get kind of excited thinking one of these was a non-basic land. Yeah. Got punished on the F6. You're right. Alright, so let's see what they've got here. Still only 1 red mana, which isn't that intimidating against burn. Just trying to stabilize here. Trying to find a way. Trying to find a way in this world. Ah, dang. Burn. So good at top decking lands. There's Curse of the Pier start. We'll have to play this because we have Nice Fallen Hand, and we will blow up your lane. We're probably dead. Keld Marauders goes away. Opponent on 1 mountain. But a curse is pretty good. We'll need an Averax to win this. What? Burn! You don't even run that many land! Aw, dang. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Rite of Flame? That doesn't do anything. I never knew Burn to have 5 mountains in its first few draws, but they sure do love doing that against the land destruction deck. Pretty dead. Story of my life here in these matchups. Looting, yep. We will loot. Loot, Scoot, and Boogie. Pitch Rite of Flames, play a land, pass turn. 5 mana because we need to win this game with Averaxes if we're going to. We also need them to whiff on lands for 100 years. Opponent knows about the F6ing. I feel like they're very knowledgeable about when we F6. Luckily, they haven't found any 1-mana spells. It's real good news for us. Still doing just fine. Tormenting Voice, that's like the best possible draw. Right? I'm drawing so well. I need them to whiff on lands and 1-mana burn spells. Correct. I also have to draw something that isn't mana. Not a small feat. Yeah, that's whatever. I think I'm gonna pitch that. That's not how we're winning this game. Not by a long shot. Pillage, sure. But still don't see a clear path to victory here. Yep. And yeah, we needed to draw Averax, and like a while ago. Like 2 or 3 turns ago. Maybe it's just too much mana. I tried trimming Spirit Guides, but you have to run the 4-mana land destruction spells, and our acceleration doesn't get us up to 4 with just 1 land in play. But it is what it is. Okay, Tormenting Voice, pitching Molten Rain, because that's where I am with my life. Beautiful. Spubby, we have drawn infinity lands. It's been wonderful. It's been like a dream. Yep. Mostly mana. I guess we hit like Tormenting Voices and stuff like that. We haven't hit any Averaxes, and we needed Averax a long time ago to do anything. Now I think we just lose. Pretty much unequivocally just lose. There's a Pillage, and we're dead. So this is mono red land destruction. And it's pretty tough. Pretty tough to leverage games with this deck, as we found. When I was testing it, I went like so well in my first couple of games, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get there. We can do this. And then I didn't. But I thought it was because we had bad Delver matchups. Turns out. However, I decided to build mono red land destruction. Not super hot. But it's a cool idea. I feel like at least I'll get to introduce you guys to some cards and some interactions maybe you didn't see. I'm also trying out sideboard Pristine Talismans. The mono red life gain. All right. Let's have good draws. I didn't want to do any of the Cathartic Reunion. No, so So Cathartic Reunion, while it is a little bit better, like this is a format where counterspells are super popular. So if I just like Cathartic Reunion and pitch 2 lands, dead. So dead. This hand could go really badly too, but anyway, we're not here to worry about how well our hands go. Yeah, 3 for 1. And this deck has a value problem anyway. So if you got value problems, I don't think that's the plan. Okay, so play a land. Yeah, no, we don't want them to untap with mana ever. And Molten Rain, your Forgotten Cave. It looks okay. We're gonna need to blow up land drops for a minute. Now we have to draw mana. Then last game we didn't draw mana, we did draw a bunch of mana, but we have 1 Avarax. So that's kind of all you need to get the pain train started when it matters. All right, we'll pillage. But that's the unfortunate thing too. Like if they find another land and we have to like pitch this Avarax to Tormenting Voice to keep ourselves going, like what are we even doing then? Okay, that's awesome. That's good news. Okay, Tormenting Voice, pitch, Tormenting Voice. Find a Rite of Flame. That doesn't do anything. I guess it lets us cast this next turn. We'll pass. I feel like if you went red-green, you'd have pretty sick Gorilla theme land deck with Curt Apes to lay down in the early pressure. That's true. Go like aggro land destruction. That's a pretty curious idea. Pretty interesting little idea. No, we won't be copying any Chain Lightnings today. Sandstone Needle. Okay, so now we can start Avaraxing. That's great news. So we'll Rite of Flame. Hopefully the coast is now clear and we're not just dead. Blow up this land. Pass turn. This also has a Searing Blaze, which kind of blows. Own it. No place. Avarax. I would like a monkey deck at some point. Get another Avarax. And go to combat, swing for 3. They're going to tilt super hard if we kill them with Avaraxes. Oh, they might have taken out their Searing Blazes, you're right. Our opponent found a land. Removal spell? Lava Spikes us, okay. That's alright. We now also have pressure on. But I think I'm going to blow up their land here. It lets us preserve our Sandstone Needle for when we need it to cast another Avarax, and it keeps them off lands. Though they could be faking us out with the not drawing lands thing. Yep, no lands for our opponent. Good, good. Cast another Avarax. Go get an Avarax. Go to combat. Swing for 6. And pass back to them, so they have to kill one of our Avaraxes or kill us right now. I feel like letting them have that 1 land for 1 turn would have been good. We got them. There are too many good 2-drops in that deck. All right, well, we're winning a game against every deck. I can at least go take that away with me. 25% win rate. All right, so I guess that's what, like 33% or something like that? Yeah, maybe letting them have that land, but I don't know. Keldon Marauders could have blocked, traded with one of our Avaraxes. I don't think. I think if they were missing land drops, things are going to start going south there if they stop missing land drops. Okay, this hand is good. Sorry, this build, that was fine, but they're on the play this time. Pretty huge advantage. We get a 2 for 1 ourselves just to be able to... This hand's bad. Got them all again. They're mulliganing as well. This hand's also sort of bad, but not as bad, so I'll keep this one. Keep a Stone Rain for sure. 100%. All right, 7 to win. Gonna start it off for us with a mountain, I presume. Forgotten Cave, yep. So they are gonna get to 2 mana this game, which is not something we're particularly fond of them doing, but it is what it is. See what their chosen 2-drop is. No 2-drop. Okay, well, their 2-drops are a lot better than a Chain Lightning. So that's cool. You may. And Lava Spike, yep. 3 cards in hand. And your lands are gonna go bye-bye here now. They're gonna do the bye-bye thing. Alright, so go like this, and Stone Rain, Mountain, because we might draw into our Molten Rains, so Stone Rain is fine there. Did they whiff? Have they whiffed on the lands? We've got, dang it, slow rolling the lands. Smart move. Oh, that's a really good point, Matador. Thank you very much for that. So I think they're leaving up Searing Blaze or something here, so we will do this. And they'll probably like Magma Jet or something. Yeah, okay. Get a couple Scries, lose your Mountain. And we're out of land destruction, and we're not casting this Avarax next turn. We can bounce their 2-drop if they do play a 2-drop. No, just a Lava Spike. Burn can do just fine for the next few turns on 1 land. Like, we need to do something very shortly here. So pass the turn. Even an Insolent Neonate would have been fine. See what they play. If anything. Chain Lightning. Deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Then that player or that creature's controller may pay red. If that player does, he or she may copy the spell. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I think this would be an opportunity to do it, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm too worried about what might happen. Okay, what do we draw? Land destruction. Nice. All right, so play a land. We're on Avarax next turn. We'll blow this up. If they play anything relevant, we can dead it good. All right, Avarax beats. Let's go. Or maybe this is the turn where we neonate. No. So let's Rite of Flame. Avarax. Get an Avarax. It's called Dead and Gone, and it bounces a creature or deals 2 to a creature. And I think if they don't know it's coming, it's not bad. But it could also just be very bad. All right, let's see how long we can fade lands. Apparently not very long. Okay, Martyr of Ashes, that's interesting. So we're going to dead that right now. Dead this. And I think we neonate. How much does Rite of Flame add? Rite of Flame adds 3. So we could just play another Avarax. They have 2 cards in hand. We could just be dead next turn. There's 1 Firebolt in the deck right now. Because I could neonate, sack neonate, pitch Avarax. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So let's play neonate. That might not have been the call. Because if we sack neonate now, pay 2, or play this, go up to 4 mana. No, that was definitely incorrect. Okay. I don't think so. I think they're all right. I think they're gonna be okay. We'll do this. Pump the Avarax. Yeah, that should have been Avarax there. And I definitely shouldn't have pumped because I wanted to get back my land destruction spell. Wow. That was loose. That was loose, gang. It was a loose turn. So we should Rite of Flame Avarax. Adds 3 Avarax, and then we can't. I think I should blow this land up. And then get in. Hey, we won the match. Sweet. Guys, we won a match. Or pitch the Avarax, I find. Also, Also a good call. This is probably really bad, but I have to keep it. We got a couple looks at acceleration, and we have a good amount of it in our deck. Not boggles. Not the boggle. Not the boggle. We're dead now. Play neonate. Pass the turn. We'll go looking for acceleration next turn. Ugh, why? Why do we keep having to run into boggles? They're gonna sprawl. That's good for us. It's very good for us. No land. Ah, oh, dang it. Attack. Do it. I'll block. I'll block. Do it. If you're thinking about whether I'll block or not, I'm going to. But it's just 1 point of damage. I screw up and give up a point of damage all the time. Do you guys have any of those stories? Do you guys have any stories about games you've lost by 1? Come on, acceleration. Blow up this land. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to get in with Neonate. And this is probably going to be a pitch Avarax endeavor here. Because I think they're kind of low on mana. But we need a blocker for this someday. So we're going to pitch Avarax. Acceleration. Come on. Yes! Okay. I got Thermokarsted and left him on 1. I was the one playing nothing but Snowlands in my mono blue Delver deck. That's fancy. That's the fancy stuff. Okay, we will Red a Flame. They're shaking now. Now they're nervous. Blow this up. Pass the turn. It felt bad. The style was worth it though. Looking good. Looking good pays the price some days. Ranker, okay. So I think they're going to be on no lands very shortly. They're attacking for 3 every turn, but an Insolent Neonate gets us out of that mess. So does a Monkey. So we just gotta hope we draw those. Probably not to the point where I'm pitching any of these Molten Rains just yet. I will start pitching lands pretty soon when we can afford it. This is so good against our deck too, though. That's like another thing about land destruction is like if they have a 3/1 on board that you can't interact with, even with Firebolts and stuff, like what are you supposed to do? Sandstone Needle. Yeah. Because if we hit an Insolent Neonate here, I think we're in okay shape. Given they could find... Ooh, nice. Okay. Cool. They could find Plains Ethereal Armor, I guess. But I think this kind of slows them down a lot. Until we can find something to do. They're not going to trade with Neonate, I guess. Probably not. Excuse me, there's just a stranger shouting very loudly outside of my house. All right, pass back to them. Draw go time. I probably could have Tormenting Voiced there. I maybe should have. Papa. This might be a bit of a stretch, but maybe Bold Impaler is okay. It's a cheap creature that trades up well. And provides a mana sink. That's true. Not doing a ton with this mana. But, like, you gotta do something. You can't just tilt out on attacks every turn. Come on in, Ogle. It is what it is. Nope. Second main phase. Final land? I think our opponent is playing slow intentionally. We'll start pitching Tormenting Voices here. That's an okay pitch because we have Neonate on board, but I don't think I'm ready to pitch it just yet, where we don't have enough mana to cast it. Or buy it back. We are land destruction flooded. Well, let's hope they can't do very much with a single mana. Pass the turn. I'm not super afraid of Rankers, and I think that's mainly what they have. They have Blossoming Sands too, which is an out for us to get damage in on them. LD for days. And we want to start getting lands. We've seen all three of our Tormenting Voices now. There goes Armadillo Cloak. All right, so we can start building up our mana base so that when we do draw an Avarax, we can cast it. We could also just get a Simian Spirit Guide or something and start attacking with Insolent Neonate. So we'll see what happens there. See if our game plan ends up playing out all right. Do they find a land? That's got to be super tilting. That's got to be very, very annoying. All right, so opponent's just passing because you would. That's what you would do. Yep. All right, we have 5 mana. Just have to find Avarax now. I would pitch these if that were an option. I feel like we're flaunting it. LD for days. Yeah, I could consider Bold Impaler. If you have them in it's so weird, right? Like these decks are odd. It's a weird kind of version of a deck that I've never played before. Is the record about to go greater than 0.5? I don't know, honestly. I'm not afraid of any 1 mana spells they have unless it's... Oh yeah, well that's an out for us to do some damage. Just sweet. I'm not afraid of any 1 mana spells except for Ethereal Armor. Ethereal Armor is really bad. Any other aura spell, not a big deal. It would also suck if they just kept hitting lands and we couldn't cast any of our threats because we were too busy blowing their lands up. But I mean, if that's the universe I'm living in, I'm not super upset about it. And like, let's be fair, this matchup is not good. Play one of those discard draw spells. Yeah, sometimes Scry 2 is just better, right? All right, we did it. So we'll cast Spirit Guide. Go to combat, attack with Neonate. That does seem really reasonable. I wanted Firebolt because I thought our worst matchup was easily against Delver decks, but I don't think it is now. Well, no, it's pretty bad, actually. We'll see. We'll see if we run into a Delver deck. And you guys will be... There'll be an example. Because, like, I don't know, Delver just blows us out of the water. So I figured Firebolts, having 2-for-1s that we can loot away, was probably one of the best bets. But yeah, I'd be pretty happy having a Magma Jet come off the top. There's also an argument for having less land destruction, but we're less consistent than other black decks. You guys got me thinking now. What do you guys think of Sigiled Skink? You see that card? Demonetized because I said skink. You ever see that one? Abundant Growth. Yep. Sure. Not that afraid of Abundant Growth. What do they think we have? I guess they're just trying to draw into more lands, but chances are we have more land destruction in our hand than they do lands, so we'll pillage that. 1, 2, 3. And we can buy back Icefall at some point too if things get real dire. Like, I think we're in okay shape here. I'm not going to start playing lands again until we're pitching to hand size. Yeah. Your turn. It's anyone's worst matchup, not some iteration of Delver. I guess you're right. Delver is a really good deck. It's a lot to ask to be good against Delver. At some point, they might just trade this Boggle with a Spirit Guide if they find another land to play another Boggle. But there's no universe where I don't trade with this Boggle, so... Well, actually, there might be. But the Rankers look like they're going in the bin. Drawing more lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Get in with Insolent Neonate. We just gotta find an Avarax, and then Avarax finds all the Avaraxes. Sigil Skink would be so good here. Opponent opting to not play lands. Utopia Sprawl hits the bin. Find a Forgotten Cave. That's a redraw. Avarax. Opponent sure is running their clock. They probably figure they can win so fast in the next one that they're not really worried about it. Like they could get up and make a few sandwiches and probably be fine. Little do they know, I am poised for action. Sandstone Needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Hero to combat. Tag with Neonate. Pass. We're turning the corner now, gang. We have truly turned the corner. Forest and Abundant Growth to draw a card. Okay. Yep. I will absolutely pillage that. Have they found an opportunity to trade with our Simian Spirit Guide? Could be time. They sure like tanking on combat. We find a Firebolt that doesn't do anything. I guess it goes to their face. Like I could end this game a little bit more quickly, but we're going to pillage this first. And I actually think I will Firebolt them here. There's a chance we do want our mana next turn, so I'm going to Firebolt you. Down to 9. Attack with Neonate. We're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly and painfully, but surely. Yep. And what's this? Utopia Sprawl, yep. What do you think? Like, we don't have land destruction? Because we do have land destruction. And Boggle's not getting in. This is the only way we beat this deck, too, I think. Firebolt. Okay. So I'm going to start playing lands, because it's pretty close to being over here now. And we will... Red of Flame adds... How many Red of Flames are in here? 1... Just 1, so that adds 3. So we can flashback Firebolt here. Might as well. Yeah. Red of Flame. Add 3. Firebolt you. Firebolt you. Attack with the Neonate. Maybe they found their planes, but it's probably too late. Attack with Neonate. No reason to get risky at all in the whole world. And we'll pass. If we draw a land and they play a non-basic, we just win. But we do just win next turn anyway, so... Yeah, let's see what this is. I don't think they have anything that can gain them life or anything like that, so... That's probably it. Cool. We're 2-2 against against Boggles. Okay, so what comes in? Electrickery and Swirling Sandstorm. Probably just what we want here. I think Relic of Progenitus is actually probably fine against Rancor. Take out the Firebolts. The Firebolts do close the game out a little more quickly. And maybe 1 Icefall, because they're going to be playing them pretty close to our chest. No, we probably need 1 less Avarax. I think we're going to finish these games with Insolent Neonates. And we'll submit. All right. I will keep this. Good enough mix. We just have to draw some lands, some acceleration, And we're good to go. Opponent on turn 1, Young Wolf. Not a big deal. We will play Sandstone Needle, Sego. They could get off to kind of a frightening start here. That's for sure. Oh, they have the white mana. That's not good. Cartouche of Solidarity, yep. We all know how this is going to go, gang. I'm up above 50% right now, though. We're toying with the line. But this is gonna close out pretty quick. Insolent Neonate can't block a 2/2 Young Wolf. Big issue there. We can Wrath it at some point if we draw we draw like Swirling Sandstorm or something. But for now, we will be Stone Raining some planes. And passing the turn. Next turn, that's kind of tough on next turn because we kind of want to Icefall while we have the mana to do so untapped. I guess we'll eventually, yeah, so we can play Forgotten Cave, Molten Rain, and then we'll have the mana. Colony Garden, sure. Good, Molten Rain target. And Rancor? No, Abundant Growth? Okay. Oh, I gotta blow this up now. They have lots of mana fixing, actually, so keeping them off white might be kind of an exercise in futility, given that they're on the play here. It's pretty interesting that when I'm on the play, I've just got it. When I'm on the draw, I've got to stifle myself so badly pitching like Spirit Guides and stuff like that. How much of an effect do you guys think that has, being on the play versus being on the draw? I've heard the arguments a lot, but I've always felt like I was just a little bit too far out of my depth to interact with that conversation. So play Forgotten Cave. Feels a little bad. And Molten Raining this also feels kind of bad when they have a non-basic on board, but it is what way. Yeah, it is what it. No. Hold on now. I think I just screwed myself over because I don't think we can cast Land Destruction for the next 2 turns now. I think I was supposed to cast an Icefall there, but whatever. Untap land, Icefall, and then we could Molten Rain next turn. So that could have been a little punt. A little baby punt there. Pretty decent size punt. Definitely a decent size punt now. Alright, let's see what happens. No, I guess we couldn't have Molten Rained the next turn because we would be playing out this Forgotten Cave, so that's fine, I guess. Just hope to draw 3 mana LD. What do you got? What's going on over there? Maybe not playing into Electricity blowouts. No Wolf's interesting. Let's go wide thing that's happening here. Alright, so we'll Faithful Salute. And we'll pitch away Avarax, looting, play a land, play out Neonate as a blocker. Although we don't really want it to be blocking anything, but if it must. We just gotta stick that 50% record, guys. We got right to the end. Our opponent's playing very, very slowly. It's kind of tilting me out. Maybe there's Ethereal Armor. That card is real good against us. Maybe they just maybe they're just reserving the right to like tilt scoop us later. Like take us to time. Tilt us to time. I imagine they're going to do all kinds of attacking here. Maybe they're fearing a bolt. Dead and Gone, looking pretty good here, considering like this stuff. So I might bring Dead and Gone in over the Relic. Smells like double key. I could believe it. I could believe it. So worst case Ontario, we're dead. But that's what I do think is, yeah, we're dead. All right, well, we might as well not show them the insolent neonate interaction. I guess we could play one more turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we're just dead. I'm scoop happy enough here. I don't want to give them any extra info. So maybe Pristine Talisman's okay. Like over Spirit Guide, maybe just gaining life every turn. No, Spirit Guide can block something with Rancor on it. So I'm going to bring in the Dead and Gones over the Relics. Having a little bit of versatile removal is good. We did see Aura Gnarlids last time and everything. No, this is bad. This is very, very bad. This isn't a lot better, but it's better enough. Keep looting to the bottom. Land. We can't really loot that much away here, but we will looting. We can pitch Avarax pretty fearlessly. All right, let's pitch like this. And just go hyper low on resources, blowing up their first land drop next turn. Ideally, we will find a land so that we don't have to like just completely destroy our hand to blow this Blossoming Sands up, but we might have to. Okay, good. So we'll Rite of Flame first because we could draw into more. Actually, we should exile Spirit Guide because if we draw land, no, it's the same thing. We should do this because if we draw another Rite of Flame, we'd be okay. All right. Or we draw a 3-mana land destruction spell. All of those things are good. Probably should have pitched Icefall. I don't know. We had a land here. Oh, they're stuck on lands. Let's go. Let's go. We can do this. A lot of things got to go right here, gang. We can do this. Colony Garden. Okay, they have a blocker and something to put Rancors on. Draw another Icefall. That sucks. Exile Spirit Guide. Icefall your Colony Garden. Yeah, they are taking a little while. Considering that this is like such a good matchup for them, like I feel like they should just give us the courtesy. They just have to draw lands here. That's easy, right? Decks draw lands all the time. Yeah, look. We also need to draw lands. We're in a worse position when we have to draw lands. Especially that ooh, okay, well, things have been worse. Things have been worse. Go ahead. We're hellbent. They have 6 cards in hand. Hopefully none of them are lands. Why would they keep a 1-lander? I don't think they did. Yeah, Ethereal Armor, very good against us. Very good against us. So is this board. All right, guys, we got to draw land destruction to get there. And if we can draw land destruction, maybe we do it, but I don't know. I don't know. We definitely do not have 5 game. Do we have 5 game wins? How do we even do that? Do we own a match back there somewhere? This is a precarious position to be in. Now we have to like find the perfect combination of land destruction Avarax to like get us there. We only have 3 Avaraxes in our deck now. Dead and Gone would have been pretty good against Young Wolf. Unfortunately, we do not have Dead and Gone. Opponent complaining about us top decking like hot fire. Yeah, why would they keep a 1-lander against land destruction? I know, right? They're dealing us 2 a turn. It's good enough. Our land destruction is now dead in our hand. Our Dead and Gones are not. Neither are our sweepers. I guess our sweepers are. Electrickery is. Opponent's just slow rolling us now. This is the slow roll because we beat them once. They're like, I'm gonna miss my land drop and still win. Sandstone Needle. We do have to eventually hit 5 mana, so I can't start throwing away land drops now. Opponent, no land drop, getting in for 2. All right, that's cool. Yep. What a we draw. This is risky, but we're just gonna die to this young wolf. I think we can wait one more turn. Land Rancor is like pretty bad though. Like really bad. If I knew they were on the Young Wolf plan, maybe I should have kept the Firebolts in. But I don't know. Tough to say. Looks like Young Wolf's getting there tonight, though. Opponent, the slowest of rolls. I really like this card. I think it's pretty good. There's probably something like strictly better than it. I was really worried about that. I was like, I got this spicy card that I have a lot of appreciation for. Is there something better than it in existence already? It does two really cool things. And I was running into like blue-black Angler Delver decks a bunch and stuff, so I thought maybe it was a good heads-up play. It blows my mind how good Evolving Wilds is against us. When it discards to hand size. Just the way I like it. Dang it, why does this have first strike? It's not fair. So Spirit Guide doesn't do it here, so I'm going to go ahead and loot Faithlessly. Neonate also doesn't do it. It blocks for a turn, and it helps us keep looting stuff away if we want to. And do I pitch Spirit Guide Molten Rain, keep the land to loot with Neonate, trying to find a... No, I don't think I pitch Molten Rain. I think we do this. Play Neonate, pass turn. We're digging for a card we only have 3 of in our deck. Well, I guess there's a 4th hit with the... Oh, we only have 2 left. So there's a 4th hit with the Gone. But what do you guys think of Dead and Gone? Have you seen other split cards? Like, can you think of anything similar to this that does a... It's kind of like serving the same purpose? Or even serving a Porpoise, actually. I think that's kind of cool. If one of those decks... If there's another card that does a similar thing, but it hangs out with dolphins... I'd be cool with checking that card out. So either Avarax or... Monkey, huh? Do we just pitch it? Or do we play it? Double blocking still doesn't kill Young Wolf. I guess 2 Spirit Guides would have. And maybe I should have considered that. I'm gonna cast it. One Spirit Guide left in our deck to assemble that plan. But yeah, I could try to race. You are right. Let the racing begin. But like I said, Land Rancor, so good against us. That land, not necessarily. Maybe they don't know what First Strike does. Confirmed, opponent does not know what First Strike does. Or they're going to double block the Insolent Neonate. So we will blow this up. And I think I'll take 2 one more time before I sack the Neonate. Even from inside the library, the spirit will guide you. I almost built blue-red, in fact, on the fact that Jilt exists. Does a good Dead Gone impression, but you have the option to do both modes. So, okay, so funny. Funny you should mention that. I thought, in all of my infinite wisdom, that you could cast both modes of Dead and Gone when I saw it. So that's the premise that I was functioning on. All right, opponent not attacking us is good. That's good news. Another sandstone needle, huh? Spicy. But for one reason or another, this insolent neonate's scaring them from attacking, so I'll keep the neonate going. I wonder what they're playing around, if anything. Like Electrickery? They're pitching Boggles now. That's good. Because, like, what do they have in hand? Rankers? More Boggles? They're just gonna pass, okay. Dead and gone. Pretty apt description of what's about to happen here. So we will gone. Young wolf. Oh, they gotta be tilting right now, man. And we'll attack. I wonder if they have mutagenic growth. What a blowout. That was sweet. And now we can, if they do play a land, we'll sack Neonate, get back our land destruction spell. Hopefully draw into more Neonates. Ledgewalker, okay. So let's sack Neonate, pitching Sandstone Needle. Ice Falls will trigger. We can only get one, unfortunately. Opponent's gonna read what Icefall does. Tap 2. Pay 2. Get back Icefall. Draw card. Can't do that. But we couldn't have not gone the last turn. I guess we could have stopped hitting land drops. And we'll have to leave back Spirit Guide. Hope they don't have another white source. Hope they don't find another white source. There's another Icefall. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Icefall your forest. That has convinced me to play another land. However, play forest, and we'll pass. We can get our Icefall back if we do have to trade with Spirit Guide. Don't be another Plains Ethereal Armor, please. Opponent choosing to not attack. Avarax. Let's find our Avaraxes. Pitching the hand size. Taking a million years. We're seeing the Ethereal Armors go. I am not happy at all about how many lands I've drawn. Not even a little bit. Nope, no Spirit Guide beats. I'm okay like this. I'm okay just like this. Play fast and win. That's what we're gonna do. Our opponent's just taking 100 years. This is killing me. Did you guys ever see that one? There's a video. We were playing against somebody on Affinity when we were playing the wonderfully magnificent Links to the Past's Martyr Cash deck, and an Affinity opponent was like trying to take us to time to tilt us out, and as we just started playing, they let their time get as low as ours, which was very low. They had a huge advantage on us. Yeah, I think Curse would be good too. Even take the Avaraxes out for 4 Curse of the Pierce start. They come down early, and they just they keep going. They're probably even more versatile than Avarax is, or more defensible than Avarax is. We draw. Sandstone Needle. More lands. Fantastic. Ugh. We have 1 Spirit Guide left in our deck. Do we even? Yeah, we have 1 Spirit Guide left. Yeah, we don't have tons of ways to win the game. We have 1 Spirit Guide and 2 2 Avarax. And I guess Insolent Neonates. We could find one of those. Opponent goes to cleanup again. We draw a Neonate. All right. Let the attacking begin. Curse would definitely give us some inevitability, and it is way harder to remove than creatures. This is game 3. They totally destroyed us in game 1. Or no, in game 2. So we got them on game 1, and they took us out game 2. And now they have no lands. I guess we could like theoretically deck before we can kill them. We find a Red of Flame that isn't relevant. So we'll attack with Spirit Guide. I should have been attacking way, like a long time ago, probably. They weren't going to block. I guess I was a little afraid of them getting a Rancor online and us not being able to catch up with it. I think I'm going to play land, because we might find an Avarax, and making them have to block it would be sweet. We have how many Ice Falls? One. We have 1 Ice Fall in our graveyard to get back. We are racing now. Yeah, and Curse is much better than Monkey Beats. But how fun is it to kill your opponent with a monkey, right? Right? Just a good time. That's just good, clean eating. I guess if they want to trade with their Boggle here, it's good. But I don't want to give them an opportunity to get rid of both of our blockers at any point. I want to be able to safely block this with a Rancor on it and still win the game. I should have made my land drop there. When you're this far ahead, it matters. Guys, we won another match. With the deck that's real bad against Delver. Oh, I will absolutely keep this. This is a good hand. I like this hand. You have to hit a land at some point. But other than that, we can pitch this Firebolt. Other than that, it's a really good hand. Play Dismal Backwater. Do it. Yep. We will Red of Flame. And Molten Rain, your Dismal Backwater. Go to combat. Attack with the Neonate. What if they kept like Dismal Backwater, Dimir Aqueduct? They're like, what do I play now? What do I do? Do I play like a Swamp and remove this Neonate? And that looks like that's what they're going to do. We draw a Red of Flame. We will... Yeah, I think we still Red of Flame here. And Stone Rain, your Swamp. Go. They find an island and Delver. No, just Preordain. All right, that'll help them find more lands. Beautiful, beautiful island and swamp. Gorgeous lands. Feel a little bad blowing them up here. But I don't know if we'll have the luxury of blowing up another land this turn. How we would have. All right, let's Faithful Salute. Spirit Guide not going to do us a lot of help here. So we'll play a land and say go. So they got to start whiffing on lands, and we have to... daggers! Goodbye, Faithful Saluting and Firebolt. Rip in peace. No Delver. Sweet. Well, we'll keep making our land drops. And hopefully hit a land destruction spell. They have 7 cards in hand. Their 2-drops aren't super good. And Prohibit doesn't stop our plan. They're going to play Dismal Backwater. Come on, land destruction. Land destruction. That's a Spirit Guide. I wonder if they have a Doom Blade. Or a Chainer's Edict. We're going to cast the Monkey. Go. I guess if they did, we could just get another Avarax, but I don't know if we want to even show that to them. If they're going to turn the corner here, it's like they're going to leave up counter, evoke a Muldrifter. Muldrifter coming down. Got an opening to get an Avarax attack in here. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty good. It's a Gurm Daddy. Oh, please. Let me blow this up. Let me blow it up. I don't think we can beat a Gurmag Angler. I initially had... I I initially had some cards in the deck to make this matchup a bit better. Like Dead and Gone was main deck. Oh, you did not miss all the fun things, Demir. Well, the fun might be ending now. I think this deck doesn't want us to have any fun, and that's reasonable considering I beat Boggles. You want to race? Oh yeah, let's race. Yeah, it's racy times. What if they ninja the Gurmangler? You ever ninja a Gurmangler? What's it like? I really want to see what their creatures look like here. Yeah, so Dead and Gone also pretty good against this deck. I like Dead and Gone a lot. I think it's a good card. I think it's a good-ish card. Off their 2 blue, we hit a land. We can play this Avarax, which someday stands a chance at double blocking this Gurmangler with the Spirit Guide, or we could just keep pumping it until they find a way to remove it. That's not great. That's pretty bad. Lucky opponent. Sandstone Needle. Tackle Simian Spirit Guide. You guys ever wanted to be dead to a removal spell so bad you tried to race them? So there was a critical turn back there where I probably could have cast Avarax instead. But then I would have had an Avarax in hand with no chance to block it. Like no chance to survive beyond that. No surprise, opponent is on the Doomblade plan. But now we can get down Avarax and double block this Gurmag Angler, which is certainly a trade I will make. An issue with that too is though, they just get to play other Gurmag Anglers. Welcome to the stream, Demir619. I will try to maintain the fun. We'll try to keep this fun train rolling. But our opponent seems to have other plans. That's probably game. And we'll see if they have a counterspell. I don't know if we want to... Did we already show them Avarax? No. No, we didn't. So I think that's good enough. See if they shave a bit of removal. We won't shave creatures. We're going to shave Firebolts for 2 Dead and Gones, Relic, and we'll also shave a Faithless Looting for a Relic, and maybe even an Icefall for Sandstorm. Hey Zerlik, I really got to get a better feels good emote. There have been some feel good moments. I knew, past me knew that I should develop a feel bad emote so that when eventually I did get moderate to bad at this game, I would I would need a feels good emote. I don't think we want Sandstorm over more removal. They can just counter this, and they can also Wrath our Graveyard with main deck lands. So Dead and Gone's, Relics in, some versatile but important spells. Dead and Gone won us that game against Boggles. Like, it did, though. We'd love to play first. We have to hit lands for this to not be absolutely awful, but our opponent will not be making land drops today. Or for a minute, until we start whiffing on land drops. And then things go a little sketchy. A little rough around the edges. What kind of hand did they keep? Untapped Island, Preordains. Sure. We did it. We did it. We gotta be on the play. That's the problem. I think I'm gonna use a Rite of Flame. This sounds crazy, but I think I'm gonna Rite of Flame this turn so that I can Rite of Flame next turn and preserve my Sandstone Needle. And it's the only way, like we can't, so we tap Sandstone Needle, cast Stone Rain, and then sack our Sandstone Needle next turn, Rite of Flame, blow it up. Actually, no, that's just really good. Either way is fine. I guess unless they draw something to counter Rite of Flame or something, but I don't think they will. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. Use as little in-hand value as possible on the way there. What do you got? Additional lands? Colorless land. Sure. I see your tricks. I see your tricks, and I will raise you. This isn't good, though. We're, like, not hitting land drops. A Molten Rain. Yep. Yep, pretty good. And now it's our turn. See, that's when I should have Rite of Flamed. Right there. Mm-hmm. Gonna help get their land drops. These blue cards get pretty good. Pretty good, those blue cards. Ooh. Okay, well, at least we will get to Rite of Flame, Stone Rain something without really running ourselves too low on resources. Got there. That's what I want to see. We are most certainly Rite of Flaming into a Spirit Guide this turn. Or we're not even going to waste our Rite of Flame. We'll just cast a Simian Spirit Guide. We got to keep hitting land destruction spells, though. It's an inevitability that they will start hitting land drops. And there's Neonate. Let's attack with Spirit Guide. We have a Rite of Flame in hand, so I'm just going to cast another Spirit Guide. We're going to try to win with the Monkey Beats. Play Spirit Guide. Imagine if I exiled it. Wouldn't that be awkward? Oh, let's go. Monkey Beats deck. This card's busted. Oh, they found a swamp. That's no fun. Gonna kill one of our monkeys for sure. Or they're just gonna play Gurmangler. Yeah, that's pretty good too. So we gotta find Dead and Gones now. That's no fun. Okay, so we'll play Neonate, sack Neonate to. I don't know though. I don't know. No, if we can keep them off land drop, like we have good draws in our deck. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, deck. That's so nice of you. Yeah, Monkey Beats deck. Fizzling hard. We do eventually need 4 mana, so we'll keep the Rite of Flame for pitch fodder. And do they hit a land drop and Echoing Decay here? And do I scoop and cry myself to sleep? Ah, okay. They must know we don't have land destruction. Sure. Get in. Attack. No attacks. Good work, deck. You've done it again. Literally anything but lands. And we don't have that many. We really don't have a lot of lands. My cat's here. My cat is here to console me. Come now, kitten. Yes. I wish you guys could see her. I guess I can, like, back up. Come on in. Our opponent deep in the tank. They don't understand how basic our plan is. Thank you very much, Pony Puddle. Thank you so much for the host. We're here trying to blow up some lands. We're trying to kill them with the Simian Spirit Guides. We're petting this cat. Our opponent is so far in the tank right now. Record looking pretty good too, though, huh? I guess we are down an extra game. Are we? Evoke a Muldrifter. Okay, I can live with that. Opponent pitching to hand size again this turn. It is going to help them continue to hit their land drops. It's pretty bad for them if we do manage to hit a land destruction spell, blow this up, and they don't find another land. Attack. Oh, come on. Dead and Gone. Also good. Let's show it off. Cat beats. Oh, yes. Oh, deck. You're so good, deck. You're so good with the Rite of Flames and whatnot, and the completely frigging useless cards. No attacks. That's it, man. And you know what? I think that kind of exemplifies that this deck is a 50-50 deck for that reason, right? Like, it just is. To all you potential new viewers out there, if you like hanging out with the chat when they're not the chat, you can come hang out on our Discord. And if you'd like to see a deck tech for this deck, there's one right here. So you can watch that. Our opponent has hit their 4th land drop. They are in in the zone to be killing us. Is Echoing Decay? No, just Moment of Craving. Moment of Craving? Possibly Pauper playable. This deck's winning with it. It must be legit. Oh no. Oh, blast. Oh. Oh, curses. I'm going to keep playing lands because we could draw into an Avarax and then that would be it. Yeah, it's not a bad first outing, huh? I think it does need tweaks. I think it is a 50-50 deck. I love how we're phoning it in. 2 anglers on board for our opponent. They're at 19. Like, when did that even happen? What up, Moment of Craving? We draw all the lands. Now we could steal this. We could Avarax into a win somehow. Okay, maybe not. All right, I'm gonna give you. Oh, deck. Listen, man. Listen, deck. This is gonna be our last turn together for the night. And well, you've treated me really well and everything. Well, it's been kind of pleasant. I started as a chill stream together. You can't keep giving me this many lands, dude. We gotta. Let's send a message. Call it a night, huh? It was a good first outing. I think 50-50, like I always say, something I can be happy with. So it does need card advantage. I almost played Sigiled Skink, guys. I almost played the Sigiled Skink. So I'm just going to let you guys know ahead of time. I'm going to go hit up the tournament practice room with another janky deck. If you guys want to play a match, shoot me over a challenge. But for now, that's it for the net benefits this week. It's just going to be dying to these Gurmag anglers. Good games. Well played.